Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Miss Taryn from the Davis County Public Library, and I'm going to show you how to make your very own squishy keychain. So this can be picked up, your very own kit, at the public library on the second floor in the children's department, or if you're still practicing staying safe at home, you can also come to our curbside delivery service and request a kit, and then we'll bring it out to you. So kits are available starting today and while supplies last. So today I'm going to show you how to make your own squishy. Just in case, there's also a set of instructions that come with your kit if you have any questions. All right, so let's get started. So first of all, let me go over what's in each kit that you'll receive. All right, so first of all, you have your instruction sheet. Next, you have one blank squishy, okay? Here's one right here. It's like a little popsicle. Here's one that's a cupcake. So you should have one squishy. And then you'll have your choice of 3 different tiny little sticker faces. So you get to pick which one you want. Okay, you'll also have 2 different colors of puffy paint to paint your squishy. You'll have a craft stick to spread out the paint. And then lastly, you have this little bitty keychain. So if you want to make your squishy into a keychain, this has a hook on the end of it. So you can hang it on to something on your backpack, on your keys, on your phone, whatever you want to do. All right, so now a few things before we get started. We will be using puffy paint. So I would recommend being careful with what you have. If you want to get, like I've laid out tin foil, if you want to put down newspapers or something that will just prevent you from getting messy, I would recommend that. All right, so first of all, let's look at our handy dandy instruction sheet. So it says, scan the QR code below to view our instructional video. All right, so that's this video. So if you get this kit and you're like, oh no, I've seen the video, I don't remember where it is, you can just go open the Photos app on your phone, scan it, and then it'll take you right to our Facebook page. And this video should be the first thing that pops up. All right, so it says what we've talked about, what's included, and then any additional materials that you might need. So like the keychain, we've included that for you. If you want, you can use a paintbrush to do this activity. I did it just fine with a craft stick, so you don't have to have it. If you want to use a toothpick for fine details on your squishy, you can do that too. Okay, all right, so let's flip it over and get started. So first of all, I'm gonna pick our squishy. So I am going to pick this one. Get it out of its wrapping here. There we go. All right, so mine is a little popsicle with a bite taken out of it. So I'm going to pick my color. I'm gonna pick pink and squirt a small amount of puffy paint on one side of the squishy. It's very important. Because we're painting a 3-dimensional object, it is a bit tricky when we try to switch sides while one side is still wet. Okay, so we're gonna do this video in stages. I'm gonna come back to you once this side is dry. All right, so I'm gonna put that much because I have my squishy's kind of big. Yours might be smaller. So I'm gonna put some pink paint on it, and I want to cover this whole side. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need a lot more. So you probably, if you get a tiny one like this little cupcake, you won't need as much puffy paint as I'm needing right now. I think I did 1 squirt for my example, which is this little cat paw. 1 squirt of the orange stuff. All right. And I just want to cover it Again, I'm just doing this top side, so I'm not going to do the other sides right now. Okay, if it's uneven, which mine kind of is, that's okay. You can smooth it using your craft stick. And remember that it will dry, so it's not a big deal if it's a little uneven. Okay, so that's pretty good. I'll show you. There's this side of my squishy. All right, so like I said on the instructions, I recommend doing one side at a time just to avoid blurring the paint, and one color at a time to avoid messing with the design. Now I'm not going to do anything fancy with this little popsicle, but I am going to let it dry for a few hours before I go on to the next part. So one thing that you can do is you can add details once the sticker, once your side is dry. So I'm going to switch over and show you this one that I've completed. This is a little cat paw. So I used the orange side, did this one first, and then I flipped it over. I used the other side, which kind of had some bumps because it had the little toe beans there. And when I was using when I was doing the little toes, I took the paint and I squirted it directly on those. Okay, so if you want to get something very precise, you could use a toothpick or just use kind of the nozzle of your paint. Okay, so I use the paint to go around that, and then I let it dry. So it may take maybe a day, maybe 2 days, to get everything exactly the way you like it. All right, so like I said, for smaller details, you can squeeze the paint out in the exact design you'd like to use. For larger painting sections, so like this section or this whole little popsicle that I did, squeeze out a small amount and then smooth it onto the craft stick. So I had to squirt out a couple times to get as much paint as I needed to for that one. All right, and then like I've said, make sure you let it dry completely before you add your next thing. Okay, then you can repeat with the other side. So once this side is dry, I'll be able to add a little face if I want to. Can make it into a keychain. So here's my little tiny face, which I am going to put here. All right, so I've got my little tiny face here on the back of my cat's paw. And it should stick to it. If you have any issues, you can use glue. You can tape it down there. It should adhere. You may have to like press it down some to get it to stay, but yeah, mine's staying pretty good. All right, so you can put your face on if you want to. And then you can take your little keychain and open it up. And then your squishy should have a tiny hole attached to it. So I just looped it through that hole. And now I can use it as a keychain. I can set it out as a cat toy for my cats to play with. I can do whatever I like. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick and easy video on how to make your own squishy. Pick up your kit today at the library, and then show us pictures in the comments of this video. We'd love to see what you've made your squishy into. If you've made your own cat's paw, or if you've made a little mushroom from Mario Brothers, or whatever it is. We would love to see what you come up with. All right, thanks for watching.